Hello everybody, this is Sonia. It's finished. I finished my book. That's sad. Oh, it is so sad because I really enjoyed doing it, and I finished it. Okay, so this is my little book that I made. It's not actually little. It has a good gator mouth, as they call it, on the end of it there. Ruler. I do have a ruler. Nobody panic, I've got a ruler. See how big I've finished it. It is 3.5 by, that's inches, by 5 inches. So that's 9 centimetres by 13 centimetres, and it opens nearly 8 centimetres, which is nearly 3 inches, and you can't sort of really close it any further because it just can't happen. Okay, so on the cover I've fastened it up with a piece of seam binding that I put, actually coloured it in with me distress ink, so that was good fun. Now I've hung this on the side, on the front here, so this can actually be something that you can take off and use for something else, or just, you know, because I got the little bottle and I put a little note in there and some beads, and I glued the little tiny thing in, and I pinned it on, and it either can stay pinned on there if you want, because as you've seen there, it actually ties down. Now this I've got on here with a little bit of glue either side, and I put a little buckle on it, and I think he's dried a bit crooked, but you know, that doesn't matter, does it? Because this was for fun too. This was made for fun. Okay, so I put some brads in. I put lots of nice lace on you. That's in my second last video. Everything's not exactly tight down onto the page because, like, you know, there's bits that lift up, but that's how it is supposed to look. And the daggy bits hanging off, that's how it's supposed to look. And I have these 3 nice pearly brads in there, okay? And a lovely piece of tatting behind here and across on the back as well. The last thing I put in there is just decided to fall out now. Okay, so that's the front, and as you can see, and I wrote here, I didn't write, I stamped, and this stamp's being annoying me because the D wouldn't work properly and it kept getting too dark. So it says friendship isn't a big thing, it is a million little things, and that is so true, and I love that saying, so I put that there. Okay, so on the first page we have a pocket. There's nothing on there. I've actually put that in there because the brads are just underneath there, you know. I mean, I'm telling you that because that's just how and this is a piece of tracing paper, and I made this little booklet to go in there to write in. You can even write in under the front of it, put little bits and pieces of that, and some mushrooms. There's a few mushrooms about, and maybe I have a few butterflies, I don't know. You'll notice things aren't completely stuck and fastened. That's the way it's supposed to go. It's not supposed to be absolutely perfect or anything. It's like some people call them a scrapbook, I don't know. It's just a little bit of everything all put together to make a nice little book. That page there, I've just put a bit of collage on it in a strange way, but that you can still have a bit of writing. This one here, I showed my last video, could have been the one before, how I made these tickets together. I seen Pam at the paper outpost do it. She stapled hers. I've stuck mine down, and I put a piece of paper on the back of them. Look at that. That's cool, isn't it? I love that. I love that. Even though I did it myself, I do love it. So then that goes in there as a whole thing. I don't know why the mailman keeps going up and down the street. Maybe he's lost. Okay, and then, behind here, you can see that this is a pocket down in there. Now, I made all this, and I've put tutorials up on all the way through, okay? There might be a couple of things that I put on later that you might not see, but the rest of it, if you want to watch my videos, I showed making all this bits and pieces and putting it all together, okay? And that goes down in there, and I do love the idea of that, I really do. And this is on a piece of the paper that you get out of the material patterns, you know, your fabric patterns that you buy to cut out, make dresses. That's what that is. It's a darker one than some of them. Some of them are very light, so I really like that one. It's Actually, I've thought of a few things I can do with that darker one now too. So I've got on this side here, now I have moved something out of here that I didn't like in here because it was annoying me. I put a key in here and a piece of purple cotton, purple mauve colour cotton, right? And it kept getting hooked up and caught on things, and you know when things are not supposed to be there, because that's what happened, so I took it off. Now there's a pocket down in the back of this tea bag here, alright, there. Pocket in there, and I will probably put something down in that one. Got a button on there, really nice tatting across the bottom, a piece of lace, and these ones flip up. Two of them might do, I think, or one. Yeah, they both do. They flip up so you can journal on it. I made it a little bit longer so you can even just tuck it in a little tiny bit if you want to there to make that look good. Okay, right. This will be on my Etsy shop one day. I'm not going to say when because I don't know what to do yet. I'm thinking about it. Okay. Now this is a little. I put here a little cut out flower. You can vaguely see that that's what that is. There's a flower there. Okay. But believe me, there's a flower. Okay. And then I put a little purple middle in it, because when you move something away, you probably make a mistake, and you've got to cover it over. So in this side I only put a leaf on that because I think that white leaf looks awesome, just works really well. This is a really nice piece of embroidery that I got off the bottom of, I think it might have been a linen hand towel that was on, and I just cut that off and put that there as a belly band, and then I've got that piece there that I made to put underneath it. Righto. This page here is just a piece of, it's still a bit sticky because I decided to throw that butterfly in there. I put a bit of powder on that if I had it handy, but I don't, so what do I do now? To leave it like that for a while. Okay, so now I've got this side here, where these ones here that I did the other day. All of them have been done the last 8 or 10 days or something, I don't know. There's a flower on there. It's actually full. I will put this up after I've finished the other video, so you won't see this till I've finished it completely. So this is one of these things that I did where I put the clip, the ribbon clip onto the tag thing to, what do you call it? Not a tag, what is that? Yeah, it's like a tab. So I clip that on there and it's got a little thing on it. Okay, this one here is opens up like this, or not, because Sonia's gone and stuck that down. So you've got to be careful what you're doing, don't you? Now I'm going to have to lift that up off there, but I won't do it on screen. I won't do it and show you how I'm going to wreck it, because I hope I don't. How wrong was that, Sonia? I wasn't thinking when I put that on there at all. I was just in a hurry because I have actually, it's taken me a little while to finish this off this morning. So, but anyway, so that's that one. These are little pockets, little envelopes that I made and put little tight, look at these dear little things, little tiny tags and bits in them. Okay, a nice piece of curtain material with the stitching still on it around there, and one of these little tiny things on a pin, little number. This one here's a bit higgledy. There's a lot on here, but it's good, it's going on. Okay, so that's hanging off this pin here. You can write something on that, I suppose. And this is another one of them things I made. It's a tag thing, tag tuck. I don't know, something. And there's a like shirt sort of idea. There's an old lace patch on that one because he tore. You put a patch on. This one here is just going to stay like it is because that's what it was like. And there's a card there that I got from, I bought on eBay with a packet of cards I got. They were really good too, see, so I was pleased with that. And then I just stuck a few bits about, you know, because that's what it is about. It was always about whatever you wanted to do. There was no rules. And there's got a little window here. I've still got more of that, more ideas to do with that. Okay, so now there's a butterfly used as a tuck spot. And he's got in there the letter Y. And then I've got this little piece here that I made using a little stamp thing, a stamp sticker, and I just made that little thing that you can write on, okay? And that's down in there. And the butterfly as a tuck is a really good idea, especially because he's open. You can see what's down in there, can't you? Then I put a little number on there, and I did a little flower, and I put a little tiny piece of lemon in the middle that I bought. Remember the little lemon things I showed you that I bought? Oh, actually they're fruit, little tiny fruits. I think people use them, put them on their fingernails or whatever if they wanted to decorate themselves. Yes, they're really nice, but they're good. They work in here just fine. So on this one here, this is a piece of handmade paper, not handmade by me. A friend of mine made that, but that's how I come to have that. And it's hard to talk about that when people go on, isn't it? Okay, so that's, anyway, so this is a little thing you write on. You write on that one, and there's a beautiful piece of crochet. I think that's crochet, I don't think that's tatting, it is crochet. And there's another bird one in there. Now this is a piece off a really old brunch coat. People don't remember what they were. And I wanted to put that in here because I really love it, and it's it's really nice. I've got a mess in my room on my table. Don't talk. Okay, so under here I've got some writing paper, and I just tore it up into bits. This might have been left over from an envelope I think that I had, and I just tore it up and put it in there. It was the envelope, could have been the book. Then I've got another one of these things here. Look at it. Couldn't help myself. I keep making them. Be thankful for small things in life. Us. Right, so there's that. Then there's this one here. I had a little bit of a trial and error with that. But it turned out good. It turned out really good. I like it, and I put one of me light bulb things on there. A light bulb thing. It's a die, Sonia. Okay. I'm going to name these things. Okay, so here's a tuck spot that I really like. Now this is a piece of really old bed cover thing that I got a piece off. A friend of mine gave me. Really old that was. I mean, it was mostly lace, and it had, excuse me, bits of flour on it. Sorry about that, just had a drink of water and that happens. Okay, and then there's a little places to write on there. Okay, now this is mostly, I think, for looking at. You can write in it, of course, it's treasure to keep, but it's for somebody might like it. If somebody give that to somebody, they'd be wrapped, wouldn't they? Oh well, I would be. Anyway, so this is a little ticket thing that I made and put it in there because I do like these leaf tuck spots. They're made out of the skeleton leaves. There's another one of these tag hanging on things. When I say tag, it's a tab hanging on thing. Okay. Now this here's a place to put a photo. Because Sonia didn't leave this part here open, but that doesn't matter. You can stick something on there. It's okay. Put a bit of bling around on this page. Probably don't want to really go through the whole lot. Just want things to be different. I like that thing that I did with the lady on it. And these tiny little tassel thing that I bought the other day only cost me a couple of dollars. And I think there was 6 in the packet. And it's probably worth it because by the time you make them, it's a lot of fiddling about. So in these 2 pockets here, I've got some bits and pieces that people can use in there or whatever. This is where you put your bits you want to use. Now this is butterfly coming out of that hole, I think, yeah. And here's the little envelope thing that I made, and I put a scruffy up piece of paper in there that I had fun making, I think. Okay, now I put a little flower on here because it just needed something, And this one here I made back away a bit. I did the backgrounds, painting and stamping and that, and then I just put these pieces of bits and pieces on it, and it's just a card thing, I suppose, like an ATC or something, I guess. And there's a stamp there that I've made. It's a ticket actually I made with the stamps that I have. Okay. Now there's another page here with this paper's really cool, isn't it? And then I just put a bit of gesso on it. Well, a lot of this stuff's got gesso on it, because if you watch my tutorial, you'll see that I did gesso on a lot of things. I don't think it might keep falling away. And I fixed up these cards so they look more like they belonged in here instead of something a bit different. I've tried to make them a little bit oldish, sort of, vintagey, whatever. And then I just put a stamp on there. What is that? Oh, look, there's a book in here. I've got the little book in this part. I didn't even remember it was a dear little book. Look at this I made. Isn't it cute? Look at that. Well, why won't it open? What have I done? Oh, it's probably dried a little bit stiff. It's all right, it opens. That's neat. I do like making that. That was fun. Maybe I should put him over here. I forgot he was in there. You're going to get lost in this one. There we go. That looks good. Next page. There's nothing in this tuck. Probably will put something in, don't I? See what happens. So I made this other leaf tuck. I put a little envelope there. In the little envelope there is a little piece of paper. See, like that. And goes down in there. Now, if anybody's watching this and they want to know what my Etsy shop is, I won't be putting anything in there for a while, so there's not much point in me telling you because it's empty. So later on I might say, I might tell you if I put this in and a few other things I might do it, because I want to put a few bits in at a time. This here I made after watching what Amy did with hers, so that was good fun. I love doing that. Thank you, Amy. I love doing that. Did really like them little things. Okay. And you've seen how I did it. And a little tea bag, so you've seen how I made that too. It says Lucky Star, and it has got little stars in there. Did I do that on purpose? I don't know. It was probably a freak accident. Not me. Okay, so there's a nice piece I set there because you want to write on that, just to put a bit of decoration on that, some sticker. I put a bird in here, in that pocket. Where'd he go? His head's disappeared up under there. There he is, like a bird. And here is a piece of paper that you can journal on. A nice little piece of... There's still lots of places that you can journal. And then I have this bell, little bell and a little ball thing hanging on that one. And then in this page I just got a little sticker, and then learning to fly. There's a tuck down in here. I reckon you wouldn't be able to put a lot more in it. I don't think you can put a lot more in it. This is the round thing that I made. It opens up to be a little writing booklet because I don't want to undo it. It's not going to be easy to tie back up. Not while I'm doing this. It takes too long to fiddle with it. And then I have this tuck here that I made out of the bag, and I really do like that. And I've got it so that you can push something down in there. It's not completely stuck to the page, righto. And there's a piece of the pattern, and it's got that gesso on it. Okay, pattern paper. Now you can write on it if you want to. And there's the back. And this is what I made this morning to put in there, a little booklet with bits and pieces of everything in there, so you can either decorate a bit with what's in here, put your own decorations on it, leave it like it is, write on it, whatever you want to do. It doesn't really matter, okay? So there's that done, okay? And I had really good fun doing that, and I'm sure Amy did too. And I'm going to do another. I think I'll do another series. If anybody, well, I want to do that, so I want to do what makes me happy. And I'm sure we all do when things aren't really exciting. I think I can do one and put lots of different stuff in it again. I can do a lot of different things, that people can learn from, and that's what the idea of this is. It's not actually to make another, well, I'll make another journal, but as you're going along, you can learn to do all this stuff that I've put in here, and learn it the way I did, like do your own, by finding something and thinking, oh, gee, that'll go with that. Look at that. That looks all right. I'll put that on there, and, it just works that way, okay? So thank you. I've got the hiccup now. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and I hope you have a good crafting day, and I hope you like my little book, and if you leave me a comment, we'll put you in the draw for my little giveaway at the end of May, which is not the book. It is going to be bits like I've used in here, because I've got a lot of different bits and pieces that I can share, and because my room's got lots of goodies in it, so I'm going to just do a couple of little parcels to a couple of people if you leave comments on my videos from now till May, okay? So thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.